Time for us to take a look at the markets this week, and I'll be speaking to Elizabeth Wangeshi from Genghis Capital, who will be giving us some analysis from the markets. Many thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you for hosting me.
Well, busy week it has been for Kenya,
yes.
hosting a UK Prime Minister. Many people had hoped the markets would rally. The pound is actually still very stable, trading just at about 130 shillings.
Yes.
What were your expectations, really?
I think from the visit, even looking at the market, there are many factors towards what's contributing to the performance. But looking at the KS, we expect it to be stable in the second half of 2018, so no much fluctuation going forward.
All right.
Yes.
And of course, this week we did see one of the listed companies, that is Kenya Airways, release its results, and they're still not on a good position, still in the red, made a net loss of 4 billion. And of course, this is a slight improvement from what they made last time, 5.6 billion. And do you think the airline is really on the right trajectory?
Yes, I think looking at the performance, I would say the performance was as expected. We've been seeing that improvement in terms of their revenue and also the cost. So that slight improvement, in the long term, we should see now the airline turning back to profitability. One thing is the corporate governance. The management now is strong. Looking at the strategy, it's also now poised to grow and to move the company to higher heights.
All right.
Yes.
Of course, we can't exhaust matters on KQ.
Yes.
But Liz, let's talk about the markets now, where the NSE 20 share index this week, it's down by 1.82%. And as of this Thursday, it's at 3,245 points. And of course, still not up there where it should be. But what do you make of this in terms of where the markets are trading at?
Okay. This month, there have been a lot of activities in the market. One, because of the financial release, most companies have been announcing their half-year results.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So now, based on that, now we are seeing investors reacting based on the performance. So we've seen the market, most retail clients coming in to sell, to offload some of their shares.
Yeah.
But the local fund managers and other institutions, they've been staying out of the market. Just having that wait-and-see approach, because again, we're also waiting for the finance bill, the conclusion of that. Again, also now looking at how the companies are performing. So I would say the performance is reflecting now on companies' performance and now the industry trends. Yes. All right.
Yeah. Great insights. Let's take a look at the top movers this week. Safaricom moving 2.7 million, Barclays 2.1, KCB 491,000, and of course, Safaricom is scheduled to have its annual general meeting. And from where you sit, what are your general expectations, especially now that you're seeing the CEO is back in office, and the stock has been performing relatively well. It hit a high of 30 shillings per share, and there's a lot of positive sentiment around Safaricom.
Okay, I think looking at the mover, Safaricom has definitely, because it holds the higher weight, looking at the overall market cap, they are closing their books 31st. So we've been seeing a rally on that, and the volumes traded is because most investors want to lock in that dividend. So looking at the forward strategy of Safaricom, the key drivers still remain to be M-Pesa and the data business. We've seen the fixed service revenue growing at a faster rate than all other aspects. So data revenue contributed by the mobile data and also fixed service revenue will be the key anchors to Safaricom's growth in the future. Okay. Yes.
And looking at the top gainers this week, we're seeing TransCentury, the stock is up 19.7%.
Yes.
Also seeing Home Africa doing well, up 7.14%. And let's talk more about TransCentury. Of course, they've had a very difficult season, looking at their numbers, and there's some bullishness with this particular stock. What do you think about this stock?
Well, for TransCentury, as you've mentioned, the results have been improving over time. They're still in a loss. But looking at how the progress in terms of now their operating profits, it's been growing. So I would say maybe it's the retail clients now coming in to buy, because if you look at the volumes, they're not that massive. So a slight movement in volumes can actually make the share price increase. So now there's positive sentiment on the counter, because this company, if you look at the strategy, it's geared more to long-term investments, and their projects are more long-term based. So the clients have now started gaining confidence in the company, so they have started now buying into the stock.
All right, so
yes,
they might be turning things around.
Maybe in the future, it may take some time to fully come back to where it was before, but definitely, yeah, it will get there.
All right, definitely
yes,
is the word.
Yes.
Let's, of course, remain keeping our eyes on the radar for TransCentury. Many thanks, Elizabeth. Let's take a look at